Okay, then. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Chi Ming Lai from electricityclub.co.uk. With me tonight are a distinguished panelists. I'd like to say hello to Marina. If you'd like to give us all a wave, Marina.
Hi.
Okay. Eddie, like to give everyone a wave, and also Simon Helm from Cold War Nightlife. They were all executive producers on Fakta for alla Göteborg, the first Page concert live video. It's available now on Vimeo, and there will be a box set with DVD, booklet, notes, all that kind of thing. Now, Marina, this is your first full-length concert film, but it's not your first film credit. Can you talk about some of the other film work that you've done in the past, just as a sort of tie into this?
Well, the most, I guess, most visible one was when I was an actor in The Square.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. This is the first time ever. I mean, I played in different constellations and bands, but I've never had, as far as I know, a recording of a whole of an entire concert. So it's very exciting and weird.
Now, Eddie, Pages have been on TV before, and you have made videos, but it's taken a long time to actually do a live document. Why is it taken so long? I mean, you've been around a long time. Why is it taken so long to capture you in this setting?
Yeah, I keep wondering that too. I keep wondering why Swedish national TV hasn't done anything about us yet. They should have done that, like I don't know, ages ago. But now it's finally here, and it feels very, very good, because it's a very, very good video, and it really shows us, show everybody who we are and what we are.
Okay. Now, the film was done at the Sticky Fingers venue, which apparently closed down now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But are there any particular venues around the world that you have a particular attachment to, or have been your favorites that you've enjoyed playing? Eddie first.
Yeah, I can do first. Well, we have in Malmö, we have the old place called Stadt Hamburg.
Yeah.
It was I don't know, what was it? It was a concert hall where lots of independent bands played, and we did play there a lot, and many other bands did, like in the electronic genre and so on. So it was a great place. And every Friday they had these electronic evenings where bands would play, and they were like discos and stuff. So Stadt Hamburg in Malmö is one place, and as a town, except for Malmö, Gothenburg has always been a favorite place. We would be like, it's like a second home for us, like Gothenburg, and we play there a lot in different venues. So Gothenburg and Malmö, that's our main place, I think. What do you say, Marina?
I say that I remember for Porsche, Stadt Hamburg was super important, and we used to do these Christmas shows where we had this sort of elaborate backdrop, and we made special intros. And I agree with you, Eddie, Gothenburg, but also I must say London, because it was so special to play there. We've only played there twice, but it was just like a great feeling and a lot of love and very much fun.
Did you guys have any, your memories of the two London concerts? Were there any particular moments that you really remember and cherished?
I think what I remember most was meeting Marina.
Yeah,
actually, because I do that so very seldom. I don't do that very often. And spending time with her in London, just walking around and visiting different places, like the church from not Sound of Music, but Mary Poppins. I think it was what cathedral is it?
St. Paul.
Yeah, exactly. We were outside St. Paul's, and it was just a wonderful feeling to be there with Marina in London and doing all this stuff. And we sat there and we drank wine and so on. I had brought some wine with me, like in a small pocket bottle, and we shared that. And it was just a wonderful moment. And just walking around, it was wonderful weather. It was like magic in the air. And before the gig, we was just like mingling around with people outside. It was just wonderful.
Yeah. What were your memories of coming to London, Marina?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very special day actually for me and Eddie. Eddie and I known each other since I was 15 years old and Eddie was 18. So we are like this. So to hang out in London before a gig in London with Posh, the band that we created so many years ago, was a very special feeling. And then, yeah, I remember we were so well taken care of, and it was a great audience. And I really liked hanging out with everyone before outdoors, as you said, Eddie. So I want to do that again.
Yeah, it felt like unreal in a way to be there actually in London and playing for the audience.
Since we are basically a Swedish band,
Yeah.
we toured
but
and played.
we did our best. I was trying to sing some of the chorus in English. I kind of translated it. Actually, in the same moment that I was performing, I did the translation. So it was very a bit sketchy, but also very, very fun.
Yeah.
The one thing with Marina is that, as I said, we don't meet each other very much, and when we do, it's like hello, now we're gonna play, and then it's bye, like this. But this time we had time together, and that was wonderful.
Yeah. Well, back to the Fakta for alla Göteborg film. The fans play a big role in the film, and they're obviously having a lot of fun in there. How are you handling not doing live shows at the moment? Let's ask Marina, if you'd like to speak first with this one. Are you missing playing live? How are you dealing with not performing?
I certainly miss it because, as you know, it's Eddie who is the creative brain behind Posh. So for me, it's like my contribution is to play it live, and to be a part of the constellation. So I totally miss it. I have my instruments in the basement right now, and it's like I'm wondering, maybe that Moog is going to be too moist in my basement, and then Eddie has to take care of that. So yes, my contribution to the band is to be on stage. So definitely yes.
Yeah. And Eddie, what about you? Are you missing playing live? How are you dealing with not being able to perform at the moment?
Well, I'm dealing with it pretty fine, but I miss it very, very much. And also, when we are gigging, it has always been like 2 or 3 gigs per year. So it's something to like really, really look forward to playing, to meet the audience, and to meet Marina. If we would have been doing this a lot, it wouldn't have been as much fun as it is.
Yeah.
Or was. And I really hope we are getting back to that again, because I miss it. But like 1 or 2 gigs a year, that's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny Marina mentions about her Moog being stuck in the in storage and possibly getting moist. Because did you hear a few years ago, Gary Newman found the mini Moog in his garage and it was covered in mold and everything. It'd been sitting there since 1981 and was in a right state. But I wanted to ask about you with your live setup at the moment. You're using a Moog each at the moment. Was that especially just for the Gothenburg show, or have you been using the sort of double Moog setup for quite a while now?
No, that was the first time actually, because
we did that too.
Yeah, okay, maybe because somebody stole your cord.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Marina invested in a Moog Little Fatty, very, very, very nice one, and I brought along my Sub Fatty. So now we are all Moogs on stage.
Yes, but I trust my Korg Mini, blah blah blah. XL, I don't remember what it's called. My Mini Korg, because sometimes that bloody Moog behaves. It's like it's not really reliable.
It does, and it was very, very cute. Your Korg.
Yes, it was.
Should we just put the word out in case anyone has seen it?
Yeah.
So if anyone knows where there's a white Korg, then they should get in touch with Marina.
Isn't it strange that I bought another in the same series, but I liked the white one better. It was actually different to play on. I don't know. They have personalities, the instruments, I guess.
Yeah. What color was the new one?
Brown. They call it gold, but it's brown.
Yeah, I remember. Do you still have it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I had
then you're good.
Gothenburg too.
Okay, that's good. Mm.
I mean, do you guys give your synthesizers names at all, or is it just synth or Moog?
I've never
Give any
given.
names to your synth.
We used to paint them in the 80s. We paint the panels. Painted.
Yeah.
At least I did.
Sacrilegious.
Did you? No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I painted my panels, but that was our Prophet ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I painted my panels pink. That's it's sacrilegious. And I remember we plastered on some kind of plastic sheets on yours with like dots and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And today I wonder why. Why did we do that?
Because we liked to call our music pink and yellow at that time.
Yeah, could have been.
Now the with the show, the set list, the songs you chose, it wasn't what you would call a typical greatest hits type of set for and you wanted to sort of focus on new music. Eddie, can you talk about why you decided to focus on new music and how the Pudge sound is evolving in your mind now?
Yeah, I really wanted to talk about that because the year before we did like three gigs, like in Malmö, Gothenburg, and Stockholm, and that was the last time we really did this chronologically. What do you say? Chronologically. Concert. Yeah. Where we were playing like new and then going back to older and older, and that was also the last time we played Dansa en man. So it was like a finish, a finale. And after that, we agreed, both Marina and me, that was the last time we're going to play the old stuff, probably. And then after that, we only focused on the new stuff. So in Gothenburg, it was a clear decision we are not going to play any old stuff except for Fallout and Stowed in Bag, standing in your way. So it was very, very kind of planned because that was the finish when we did that the year before, an ending, you can say.
So it's like you're moving on. It's that this is one of the reasons for having, you sort of just, it's a signal. This DVD, this concert film is a signal of, that you're moving on and moving forward and still being having your own sound. Now talk about the sound, because you talked about numanizing your sound, Eddie.
Yeah.
What's your ethos behind this?
I thought about that today. Gary Newman and Two Way Army is the music that they made for like the four first albums is really new to me in that way. When I bought those albums in the beginning, like, I don't know, 79, 80 or whatever, I didn't really listen to them. It was like I listened to metal and I listened to Cars and I listened to Our Friends Electric. I bought the records, but I didn't listen to them at all. I played the songs maybe sometimes when I was DJing outside, but I never really kind of discovered the whole album until recently. So for me, Two Way Army and Gary Newman is like, wow, this is new, this is fresh. I never heard something. Yeah, it is, because it's such a nice feeling, because I realized this is perfect. This is what I like. It's a mixture between electronics, acoustics, and electrics, and I love it so much. So those four albums with Gary Newman and the old Ultravox with John Fox, and then the two first new Ultravox album, I just love them. It's new music to me, and I just adore it. So what I'm trying to do with my music is like, what do I really like? I'm trying to like make it into a small, I don't know, ball or whatever. What do I really love about electronic or pseudo-electronic music is those bands. So I've been trying to make music that they never like continued to do.
I see what you mean. It's sort of like it's taking. Gary Newman never did the Pleasure Principle game, but you're carrying on as to where he could have gone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So really, I don't feel ashamed to say that. I really love listening to my own music, because it feels like, yes, this is the way that Gary Newman should have continued to do, or Ultravox, or even if you mix those two, so they become Newman Vox. So Newman Vox is very, it's a good term to put down how kind of pop sounds now.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, of course, the original pop aura or sound or whatever. It's a mixture of three.
Okay. Now, I think we actually have a live clip to show everybody at the moment. So, Simon, are we all queued up and ready to go with the live clip?
We are. So what we're going to see first off is a short clip from the middle of the film where Pulse came in. And I'll cue that up so you can all have a look now.
Jag känner min puls men det var länge sen. Måste betyda att jag lever än. Jag känner min puls men det var länge sen. Måste betyda att jag lever än. Jag känner min puls men det var länge sen. Måste betyda att jag lever än.
Now, what I wanted to ask both of you, Marina and Eddie, is, with the film, when you're actually performing, and do you actually notice the cameras are filming you or not? I'm just really curious whether that affects how you perform. Ed, Marina, how do you feel about the cameras? Did you notice them or?
I noticed them, but it doesn't really affect me. It's like recording, doing a video or something, you know, and I think the presence of an audience is taking over everything, you know, and actually that you have to perform, you have to do it, you know, so yeah. It feels weird actually to see it.
And Eddie, what did you notice the cameras were on you?
No, I don't think I even knew they were there. I knew they were there, but I didn't see them actually. So no, it was like a normal concert for me.
I mean, at any point does the camera get too close to you, so you almost have to not avoid it, but you've got to make sure you don't trip up on it? Or did anything like that happen? Or
No.
Was it?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
So I mean, it's a journey. I mean, let's go back to the beginning. What was it like working together in Page? From the concept. Whose idea was it to actually make music together?
Wow.
Oh.
I think it started with I was a drummer in the beginning, so I bought this drum kit, and I had it like in an apartment. And the only reason that we didn't get like kicked out from that apartment house was we have been living there from the start, like the house being built. But I had this drum kit and I was drumming away, but I realized I can't make music being a drummer. So so I sold the drum kit and I bought two synthesizers, one Korg MS-10 and one Korg MS-20. And at that same, I don't know, instant or whatever, what do you call, I get together with Marina, and she actually could play like keyboard. So she was like a big asset in that aspect. So she borrowed one of mine, and then we just started a band actually.
Because that's what you did back then, like 1980. You started bands, you know. It was completely.
Was there particular inspiration? Because I mean, Eddie, you said you heard a few Gary Newman songs, but you weren't really into the album. So who
No.
were the motivations to actually do synth music, poptronica, being in Sweden? Who inspired you to make music, with synthesizers?
Yeah, I think from the start it was like band like Devo, because I was skating a lot as a skateboarder. I still am a skateboarder, I think, and I was listening a lot to Devo with that mixture between like guitars and synthesizers. Then I started getting into more electronic music, and I discovered like Silicon Teens, and that was just so wow feeling with Silicon Teens. And we actually wanted to be a Swedish Silicon Teen, so even like it was Marina and me. There was another guy in my area where I lived, and we actually made up another character, a girl called Anna, and so we could be like two girls and two boys, just like Silicon Teens. That was such a big disappointment when I and Marina we realized that there is no band called Silicon. Yeah, there is a band, but it's not actually a band. It was just like Daniel Muir. So we were just, oh no. So Silicon Teens and those first Depeche Mode, Photographic and Dreaming of Me, Ice Machine, it was such a big influence to us, what we did, or what I did. We did it together.
Yeah. What about you, Marina? What were the electronic or synthesizer acts that you particularly adored?
Well, I actually remember before meeting Eddie, I met Eddie when I was 15. So this must have been just before when I was 14. I clearly remember, because before that I had listened a lot to my sister's music, and that was more rock and West Coast, because I was always into music. But then I saw Gary Newman performing on TV. I think it was Our Friends Electric. And it completely blew my mind. I saw Sparks on TV too, because that was just when they started airing music videos. And then I remember when I met Eddie, we saw Residence commercial albums, 1 minute videos. And I was just like, for me, that was it was as important as when I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind for the first time. I was completely into that world because of this. So yeah, and I to meet Eddie, I had the same interest,
Are you talking about the videos like Hello Skinny and the Constantinople videos, all the animated things they did? Interesting.
They're still amazing.
And you met me when I was dressed like Devo.
Yeah, the first time I saw Eddie, I was like, I am dreaming. This is my dream guy, because he came on a skateboard in an orange boiler suit. Is it called that?
Jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit. Thank you. Sorry. An orange jumpsuit, and he had like these new wave sunglasses, black and white squares, and Vans that had black and white squares. And I was like, I'm dreaming. This is my dream guy. So, yeah. We were lucky to meet each other during a good time in our, a very during the formative years.
Yeah. Are there any synthesizer acts that say one of you likes but the other doesn't? I'm sometimes interested in the contrast as well as the common ground. Marina, is there anything you like that Eddie doesn't like?
Yeah, I think basically I like. We are so not like on the same page there. I think I like much more than Eddie does.
Yeah. I think Marina's taste is like a bit broader than mine.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was just thinking Marina's probably was going to say Laurie Anderson, and I don't like her at all. I don't like her at all.
We have had a lot of fights, and Laurie Anderson is one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's something that Eddie likes that Marina doesn't like? So Eddie, do you know anything that Marina doesn't like that you love on the synthesizer after the synthesizer acts?
No, I don't think so. We both like Sparks and so on. So I think we had pretty much the same preferences when it comes to music. Electronics and non-electronics. I think so. That was one of the things that, I don't know, got us together, I think, because we had the same tastes in a way. But Sparks is one thing that really both had. We love Sparks.
Okay. Simon, is it time for another clip? I just seen the screen go black, so I was assuming you might be putting on another video.
Yeah, this was a good time to actually load up Som ett skål.
Okay then. So
Allt som finns kvar nu, någon tog. Det var en sång som du, som du, som du, som du, som du. Som bara såg mig som ett skal. Som du, nu är det tomt, finns inget kvar. Som du, ni kan hjälpa mig orden som du. Som du, som bara tog mig för den jag var. Som bara såg mig som ett skal.
actually, this is a good time to ask you guys. When you came back together after a gap of some years for New, what was it like to relaunch Pudge for the 21st century? Eddie, if you'd like to start that one first.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was weird because we actually like swore when we ended POF in Göteborg. I can't remember the year even, but we swore that we're never going to do this again. And I don't know, it just faded away. It wasn't there anymore. Page was like history. So when this idea came up, when I talked to Marina and said I had some songs that I've written, which later become the new album, Now album. And I asked her, what do you say if we release something new with Page, POF? And I knew she was, inside I expected her to say like, no, but she was, yeah, why not? And I was, oh yeah, do you want it? Yeah, why not, Eddie? So, and from there on, it was like a snowball effect. It just rolled on and rolled on. So this was, but I expected her to say, no, we swore, Eddie. We swore we're never going to do it. So please don't. So
Marina, you were obviously keen. Why do you think Eddie thought you wouldn't be interested then? I mean, I'm curious as to why he might have thought that.
I was you know, I'm not into nostalgia, even if I sometimes I've been playing in bands that are sort of sounds nostalgic, but I'm so not into looking back. And I was super tired of everything actually when we stopped. I was tired of Posh. And I thought, but I'm also overcritical. I mean, I thought that we had made our mark in the basically 80s, 90s. And I was afraid that we were sort of, I didn't want to be sort of this, you know, old guys being on stage looking fat and old and tired. But then so actually what changed my mind was two things. The material, because I really I love that album New. I really I love it. And of course Eddie, because Eddie is my you know, is one of the most important persons in my life. So when the opportunity to do something together again was also very tempting. And Posh for me is, you know, it's like a love affair.
So I mean, that's
I want to say one thing more. It would be totally different if I would have said to Marina, why don't we start Page POF again and playing the same old songs? Because I would never have done that, and I know Marina wouldn't have done it either. But this time it was like new. We're going to start like new. We're going to do new songs on stage.
And the Posh sound.
What do you say?
The Posh sound.
Yeah, exactly. But it would have been so. It would have been so no to go on stage and play the old hits. no thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's always quite evident that you enjoy it, being on stage, and there's a chemistry between the two of you. What are the moments that you enjoy the most when you're actually playing live? Eddie, what do you enjoy most? The moments you enjoy most playing live.
Of course, like being there on stage and meeting Marina, as I said before. Marina, not Arena. Meeting Marina, of course, and meeting the audience, because the audience it feels like they're very, very much love in the audience, and you can feel that on stage. And it's not like a distance between the audience and the band. It's very much like I don't know, sounds silly, but like a family. The family is getting together again. The audience and the band, we are getting together. So I mean, that is one of my favorite things when we are playing live, to meet the family again, the audience.
Yeah, Marina, what are your favorite moments when you get on stage?
Well, actually, it's as Eddie said. I think my absolute favorite moments on stage with Porsche is that those moments where Eddie has this direct contact with the audience, and they are part of the performance, and they sing, and Eddie's like just in tune with it's like love is in the air. It's very friendly, and it's and they sing along, and those moments in time are very special when that happens.
Yeah. Now, with the film, do you have a particular favorite moment in the actual film itself? This recording. Marina, first with you. What's your favorite part of this film? A song or a particular moment?
I can't say, because as I said before, I'm so self-critical. So for me, it's really, I mean, like, oh. So it's more like I'm just super grateful that someone made the effort to do this, because I couldn't have done it. And no, I can't. It's like I hate looking at myself and listening to myself. So I can't.
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Eddie, do you have a favorite moment?
I think my favorite moment is the song "Blöder du? Are you bleeding?" Because it's not like an audience song where every clap along and so on. It's a very emotional song, and it's very slow and very dark, but it works so fine live.
Yeah.
And you can also tell, like, in the audience, that they are like getting this. They know what it's all about, because it's a heavy meaning in that song.
Mm. Now, actually, Simon, I can bring you into this, because the sort of the editing and the post-production to capture all of this. What sort of footage did you did you sort through, and was there much tweaking that was needed in terms of actually putting the film together?
Well, I think it's worth saying that the part, just so people know what we've done, right? That we have an hour and a half roughly film, which is gathering together the stage production. So we had professional cameras which were shooting from different angles, but we also had people in the audience and who were on the side of the balcony taking pictures. So we had some professional equipment. There were people there with steady cams and pro cameras, but there were people there with phones and with handy cams that they came along with. And as you can see in some of the clips we're showing tonight, you're able to take a shot from right in front of the stage, and you can then catch that moment when Marina's smiling and feeling really good in the moment. And then we can come back and you get this very atmospheric look. So what we were doing was pulling together material from all the camera operators, professional and amateur. And, I think the energy of the people who came together to make this evening work was fantastic. And that's what comes through in the production, is you get a very immersive feel with the video. You feel what it's like to be there, but you also get that high quality that you would expect in a professional production.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say the recording quality of the sound is just amazing. It's superlative, to be quite honest. Was there much as we know, a lot of live recordings do get tweaked. You know, the recent one was New Order and Bizarre Love Triangle, and they decided to put Bernard through an auto tune for some reason. He sounded really strange. And of course, there's the infamous All on Canvas Japan live album, which is basically a studio album with drums recorded at a concert, and that's the only thing from the concert. I mean, how did you make sure that the sound was as good as it was? Was there much tweaking needed? I'll ask Simon first, but
well, no one could see, but up backstage, just off behind it, where everyone could possibly see him, was a man from Nolento who is running a digital mobile studio, and it's the same kind of studio quality material that you would get if you were talking about a chamber orchestra working in a chamber area, right? So we had all the feed coming straight into the system before it went to the soundboard in the venue. So what you're hearing is not something lifted from the soundboard. Every channel's taken discreetly, and it's all very high quality because it's all rendered digitally and mixed by the same people who would do a chamber orchestra. So there wasn't a whole lot that had to be done. There was in the mix a need to make sure we have the right balance with the audience participation. You need to make sure that you can hear the audience, and that was set up nicely. But no, we didn't have to go back and redo with auto-tune because Eddie's not Bernard.
No, Eddie
He knows the words.
Yeah, yes. Eddie, did you get involved in the mixing of the sound at all for the final film, or were you happy to just let Simon and his team deal with that aspect?
I think Simon and me had like some kind of communication, but not that much really. I wanted, as always, the voice to be a bit lower, but it's not. So that was Simon's decision. That's okay with me. But no, mostly it's Simon's work, really.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Marina, did you get involved in any of the mixing side of it, or did you let everyone get on with it? From your point of view, were you busy at your art gallery?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get involved at all.
Yeah.
And that's because I think that professional people should do what they do. So, but I'm super happy with the results.
Yeah. How are things with the art galleries at the moment in the current situation? I mean, what the pressures and things like that? How's that situation going on?
Well, it's quite complicated. I work a lot, but it's still sort of this low intense stress because of the pandemic. But what I do like is that I'm not traveling so much that I normally. So I've been at home a lot in my little house here on the island, and this is why I'm fiddling around now with my computer, because my dog is so it has been quite nice actually to just be at home. So but it's complicated times. It's quite difficult. It is.
Yeah. Now, Eddie, Paj has been quite prolific of late with lots and lots of releases. They're literally just they're coming out. Is there any more new releases on the cards? Have you been recording any new material during this lockdown? These more restricted times.
No, actually not, because I'm feeling quite empty at the moment. As you said, there's been a lot of releases. Like from that album? Jesus, the album we're sitting in a theater. The Love with the Love.
The vackra värld, man.
Yeah, it's not a beautiful word. The Inga vackra värld. From that on to the latest album, Fakta for alla, and all those EPs, it kind of like emptied me. So right now I'm feeling very much empty, actually. So I haven't even thought about making new music, and I haven't even been on my synthesizers and anything. I'm just resting it, trying to find new inspiration and so on. But at the moment, no, nothing.
Okay.
I'm just relaxing, really.
Okay. Well, Simon, is it?
Because I just want to say one more. Because I was so filled up like bursting with energy and inspiration. So I put all those songs, that song, next song. But now I'm just now I have to relax a bit. So that's how I feel, relaxed.
Okay, so we've got another clip. Simon, if you'd like to tell everyone what this next clip is, please.
Yeah, so we're going to see one of the songs that was near the end of the show. This is Förlåt.
Vägen in i kursen, jag funderar på att gå. Jag tittar på min klocka, den är 2:10. Här igen, går hem igen. En taxi stannar till och glömmer mig betyder ut. Jag hejdar mina steg och har jag sett det där förut. Någonstans, någon annanstans. Ja, ser vi gå i vägen, mannen håller i din hand. Jag undrar varför lyckan är det livet ni ibland. Tänk så bra, om han var jag. Så höjer du din blick och lever ett litet tag. Jag tittar men här är faktiskt bara jag. Förlåt om jag står här och dig, men du påminner om någon som jag sett i en film. Hon var ett litet manlig och töt. Han är kanske miljonär. Han kysser dina läppar för du säger inte här. Min väg är kort. Jag lever dig bort. En tuta, hur på. Var det TV1 eller var det TV2 eller var det på en video?
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
What's nice there is you can see the shots from different angles. You can see how it all came together with the help of all of the great videographers who came in.
Yeah. Are we shall we take a few questions that have been coming in, Simon?
Yeah, so thanks to everyone who's watching on Zoom and on Facebook. So we had a lot of questions here from Enrique from Finland. I can see some of them have been answered already, but he wanted to ask here, first Eddie, if you've been involved in any new projects or solo arrangements, and when might you have a new album out? So we talked a little bit about the creative process now, but is there anything behind you that you might have coming out soon?
No, and especially Last Man on Earth, System of Build, SMPJ. At the moment, I'm feeling very, very empty. But like this, when I make music, I never just sit down and try to find something. I usually go for like months without even looking at my synthesizers. I just listen to music that I love and kind of filling up with inspiration, like kind of saving them in my, I don't know, brain or whatever. And then when I have done that for like months, I'm just kind of getting instead of like, oh, I have an idea, and then I just sit down and do something. I never do that. I never forced something either. I did that before, but I don't do it now. But during these last albums, the two and the EPs, I think it's very, very slow and just kind of forcing myself to, no, I'm not going to touch the synthesizers. I'm not going to touch the synthesizers until I'm going to burst with inspiration. And that's why all these songs comes so quickly. All of them like that. But right at the moment, I'm not going around filling up with inspiration because I just want to, I don't know, relax a bit, I think.
Fair enough. And then Enrique also got a question for you, Marina. He wants to know if you have any projects that are coming up. He wants to note that he remembers your vacuum years. He wants to know if you have anything similar going on. So maybe Julian and Marina.
Yeah, so Julian and Marina, it's an ongoing project. We have a lot of fun together, Julian and I, and we actually made a new song called Open Relationship, and now we're just gonna do some photos and all that. So that's my project here in Stockholm, because Eddie is not here in Stockholm. And actually, it's funny that you're asking about vacuum, because lately I've been watching a lot of live videos and stuff like that on YouTube from the vacuum years in Russia, and it's just it was big, but to see that again, to realize how big we were, I'm very sort of grateful to have had that experience, and it's almost like now I'm understanding how huge that project was in Russia and Ukraine.
Very cool. And we also got a question from Ashik, who asks, if a biopic, so a biographical film, was made about you, which 3 Page songs would you want to have included? And then which Page songs speak the most about where you are currently in your lives?
Wow, that's a great question. I have one song that's Eddie, do you remember that when I was going to move to Paris, and you wrote the song Många hundra mil?
Yeah, but that was when you were going to move to Stockholm.
Okay, I don't know. Well, I was going to move.
Because you were letting me down in a way, so
Yeah.
you were moving away from me.
So that's definitely
I never
one
forgive you for that.
So I think Dance on the Man, 100 Miles Away, and then I would actually say I'm stuck in the old material because we were so young then. I say Förlåt, actually. Yeah, says a lot about the time that we had. But Eddie, you have to answer that maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think most of the songs from the album where we sit in the theater, and it's called. It's not a pretty word. Ingen vacker värld, men det råkar vara. Most of those songs, or the whole album and the title of it, kind of reflects the mood that I was in then, and actually now, feeling a bit like, I don't know, giving up on stuff, giving up on things, even though I don't do that because I have family and work and whatever, and that's wonderful. But inside, I'm feeling, especially when I wrote that album, it was like kind of, wow, everything is going to hell in a way, now or then, like digging a grave and falling in there and so on and so on. So actually, if you look into those lyrics, it's actually heavy stuff, really. It's very, very far from what we did before, like I'm in love with you, do you love me, and so on, rolling around in the bed in our bedroom and so on. That album and the EPs are pretty heavy, really. Not much positiveness in those, really. It's very, very much negative, but in a way, it's reflecting the world we are living in right now. Actually, and that song Panic, which is on one of the EPs, when you listen to that now and realize that we got this pandemic with the corona and things, it's very, very fitting into that I don't know, feeling that we feel right now. Panic.
Yeah. Well, expanding on this biopic idea, which actors would you like to play you if there was a film made about Page? Marina, which actor would you like to play you?
What's the name? I had a whiskey, so now my brain is Ellen Ripley. Sigourney Weaver, of course.
Okay. And Eddie, who would you like to play you in a film about Page?
Someone really, really handsome, like as Marina. I have champagne now, so and it's embarrassing that I don't remember his name. The guy who played Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands, he's called.
Oh, Johnny
his
Depp.
Name is
Johnny
Edward
Depp.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
He could play me, like he looked in Edward Scissorhands. He could play me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What a great combo.
Yeah. But actually, I like that. I like Johnny Depp. He was a marvelous actor.
Okay. Another question's coming from Goran, actually, and he asks, which album do you think has made the biggest Page footprint, according to you guys? So in a way, it's like, which album made the biggest impression worldwide, do you think? Eddie?
I think Glad, Happy, because it kind of came at the right moment when like electronic pop was at its largest in like Sweden. But I would rather prefer it was one of those later ones. But I think Glad is one of the favorite.
Yeah, there's still time for those later ones.
But I also think I hope that people to us realize, and I think they do. Yeah, no, but I think like it's like this. Our fans or whatever you show, music lovers or what you call them, they have been like following us through our maturity and their own maturity, from like being a teenager, falling in love, meeting someone, getting a family, having maybe trouble with the family and so on, because our music has been like with them in a way and reflecting their lives and their development, so they can recognize themselves during the years in our music. I hope it's like that, really. And it would be so weird that's one reason why we don't play the old songs, because it would have been so weird to play like I Met You and I Love You and like Sugar and Pink and etc. It's better, I think, to play the songs that really touches you like you are today.
Yeah. What about you, Marina? The album that you think might have made the biggest impact from your point of view, the Page album?
Well, I actually do think Glad too is an album that a lot of that, and as Eddie said, has hit a nerve at that group when we were at that age, you know, and that's the beauty of having it's a small scene, but you sort of grow up together with the people that are coming to your concert, listening to your music, and that's quite important actually. And I don't agree with Eddie there, because I would love to play more old material, because I love it and I think it's a lot of fun, and it's very, you know, to play old stuff on stage is really sort of, if everyone loves it. So actually my plan, I'm revealing it now, is to talk to Eddie that next concert series with that I really would like to have more up-tempo old songs. Let's see if I can convince him. I don't know.
Well, we look forward to that. I think we are coming to the end of our hour. It's been an absolutely fantastic chat with you all. So everyone, they won't be able to hear you, but a round of applause, please, for Marina. Round of applause for Eddie. And thank you, Simon, for putting this event together, putting together the DVD. Is there anything you'd like to say as the to conclude the event?
I would. Just very quickly. So this is the first chance people are going to have to look at the physical product, right? So tonight the movie goes live. So if you find the Cold War Night Live Vimeo account, the only film we are making available there is this film, so you won't have any trouble finding it. So Fakta for alla Göteborg is there. But if you want to first look at the physical product, this is what Hot Stuff at hotstuff.se is going to have in Sweden. They're going to have a box, and in the box there will be a very lovely Polaroid, which might look like this, and it might be one of a different set, which is an excellent picture here taken by Jonas Carlson, which is a very elegant picture of our stars tonight. A DVD, now most people don't have DVDs, but it's going to have a number on it, which will fit with the picture. And the photo book, which looks very nice. You can't really see it because of the background thing, but it's got some amazing pictures in here, mainly by Christian Wilborg, also of Göteborg. So this has stills from the production and some behind the scenes shots, as well as a very beautiful picture again, this time by yours truly. But some nice pictures of the band, and this is a collector's item through hotstuff.se.
And of course, everyone, if you want to find the link, there is an article on electricityclub.co.uk reviewing the film, and also there is the link to the Hot Stuff website should you wish to purchase a copy. So it just goes for us to say thank you for watching tonight. Have a lovely weekend, and hopefully we shall see Paj on stage again somewhere in the world in the not too distant future. So thank you very much, everyone, and good night.